We're going to talk about our chakra system, the energy center of our bodies. We're going to start with the root chakra, and I'm going to show you this beautiful image here of the human body and the energy center. So this is the 7 main chakras that follow our spine. The root chakra is here at our base, at the base of the spine. So a little information about the root chakra. It is the grounding. It is our foundation. It is how we feel in our security, whether if we feel stable or unable to concentrate and things like that. So it is the foundation, and the color associated with the root chakra is red. Let's see, the crystals that you would work with if you wanted to work with balancing your root chakra would be ruby, bloodstone, hematite, or like your red jaspers. So thinking of red, of earthy stones. Essential oils that help with this chakra is cinnamon, garlic, and sandalwood. So the first chakra, the base, the root chakra, is the foundation of the entire chakra system. So if your root chakra is out of balance, then the rest of the system is going to be out of whack as well, because it's going to be overworking for compensating, or it's going to be sluggish if it's a very overactive root chakra. The root chakra represents your physical identity. It's the ability to identify with your body and its needs. Its purpose is self-preservation and to make sure you survive so that you can continue on this journey. It is the survival. Again, it's about your foundation. And so let's talk about characteristics if you have a deficient root chakra. You may have, let's see, if you're deficient and it's sluggish, it's not going, it's a slow root chakra. You may be based in fear or anxiety. You may be underweight or struggling with an eating disorder like anorexia. You may find spacey or empty, flightiness, unable to concentrate or make decisions. You may feel disconnected from your body and very restless. You may find that it's difficult for you to manifest in this state. So that is if your root chakra is deficient, is slow. Now, if it's excessive, you may feel heavy and sluggish, moving slow. You may feel resistant to change. You may have overeating issues. You may struggle with obesity. Hoarding could be a very big factor. Being fixated on material items or being greedy, wanting what others have, or not being happy with who you are and where you are in the moment. You may struggle with being a workaholic or excessive spending. Now this is excessive. This is if your root chakra is not balanced, it's overacting, it's overactive. Now we're going to move into a balanced root chakra, how that would feel or look on you. You would feel grounded, stable. Your overall physical health would be well. You would feel comfortable in your body, not trying to change it in any way, just very comfortable and happy. You will have a sense of security and safety that would not feel like an issue for you. You'll feel stable and solid. You believe and understand that you have the right to live. You have the right to a livelihood. You will have prosperity. You will not be questioning your worth. You will find the ability to sit still. You will have presence in the here and now. Yeah, that is beautiful. So here are some questions that I would like for you to think about. And if you feel comfortable sharing them in the comments, please do so. So under this category, we're going to look at patience. Where do you find your courage and stamina and grit? Where does that come from for you? Do you find fulfillment in life, in the life that you have chosen for you to live? Are there things about your life that you would like to see changed? What are they? Can you recall a time in your past where you felt stable and secure? Are your basic needs met? Do you have shelter? Do you have food? Water? Do you have the ability to get what you need in the time of a crisis? So let's say a tire blows out. Does that throw a wrench in your budget? Does that throw a wrench in your week? Like, it's more than just a I'm off schedule now, or this is just a hiccup. Like, does that really throw you off? Do you allow yourself to dream of the life that you want? Do you feel deserving of the life that you want? Are you worthy of that? I'm going to say yes. Okay, so the root chakra has a seed sound. The seed sound is LAM, L-A-M, LAM. So this would be the vibration that you would want to meditate with, to the mantra, to say LAM, LAM, LAM. Feel that vibration coming down the throat, down this energy center, and all the way down to your root chakra. I invite you to try that now. The root chakra has beautiful affirmation of the I am grounded, I am secure, I am safe. So these would be the mantras for you to repeat if you are looking to work with your root chakra. Some other ways of working with the root chakra would be to meditate with the color of red at the base of your spine. It would also to be to wear red, maybe to eat more red foods. Meditating on the root chakra, meditating on grounding, on sitting with your base spine connected to the earth would be great ways of working with your root chakra. Sacral chakra. Our sacral chakra is located just below the navel, and it is associated with the color of orange. Now, if we were going to look for stones or crystals, we could look towards tiger's eye, cornelian, coral, are all beautiful stones for our sacral chakra. The issues with the sacral chakra, it's about our sexuality, our creativity. The element is water, so it's moving, it's flowy. Yeah. Okay, so if our sacral chakra is deficient, this would look like our body being very rigid, or even our beliefs being rigid, where like, this is what I believe, I don't change it, I don't want to hear or learn anything new. So we would be very stagnant and stuck, not just our body, whether if it can move or not, but in our minds, our ability to move. Being emotionally numb or insensitive, fear of change, lack of desire, passion, or excitement. Yeah. Avoidance of pleasure, or even a fear of sexuality. Maybe you avoid sex even. Yeah, that would all be sacral issues. Being deficient in a sacral way, yeah. You may find you have poor social skills or excessive boundaries. So you'll have way too many boundaries. Yeah, lots of walls and fences and yeah. This girl, yeah, I get it, it's me. You can struggle with boredom. Now, boredom is not something that I struggle with because I also have so many other issues that I can't sit still. I've got hobbies, and so yeah, boredom is not anything that I let to overcome me. But now depression, I let that sink in. So let's see if you're excessive. Now, excessive characteristics may look like an asexual addiction, or having obsessive attachments to anything or anyone, addiction to stimulants or stimulation of any kind. So that could be the people that want to skydive, or addicted to coffee, that just drink coffee or energy drinks all day, any type of stimulant. Excessive mood swings, or being excessively sensitive. Do people feel like they're walking on eggshells to talk to you? Poor boundaries. No boundaries. Very little boundaries. You have an invasion of others. Like you just let everyone come in. You can find that you are emotionally dependent. Yeah. You can have instability. Yeah, so these are all being excessive in our sacral chakra. So let's look through some of the questions. No. questions come next. Let's talk about balanced. Okay, if you are balanced in your sacral chakra, you may find that you have beautiful, graceful movement. You have the ability to embrace change. You're emotionally intelligent. You can nurture yourself and others in a healthy way and know when to come back from that. You have beautiful, healthy boundaries. You have the ability to enjoy pleasure, sexual satisfaction, and passion. Yeah. Okay, so some of the questions to dive a little deeper into our sacral chakra. Do you honor your body's need for rest when you are tired? I don't. My body has to completely shut down sometimes. Do you feel that you deserve to be treated as an individual and as a whole person from others as well as yourself? Do you complicate your life with too much mental activity? Do you stay busy? Can you relax enough to participate in a celebration of life, to give thanks for all you see and enjoy? So I want you to know that you deserve what you say you want. You can honor your body by giving it the food that it needs, the rest that it wants, and movement that it desires. Accept your need for pleasure and know your values regarding sexuality. So one of the things that I like to do is to ask my body what it needs when it's time to eat. What food is it craving? And give it to that. Like, does it want salmon? Go to the grocery store and get some. Yeah. Ask your body what it needs. It's that simple. Okay, the sacral chakra is about feeling. So again, sitting still, asking that question, what do you want? What do you need? Yeah, that's all about your feeling. It's about being creative and your sexuality. So an affirmation would be, I am creative. I am intimate. The seed sound is VAM, V-A-M, V-A-M, VAM. So again, repeating that out loud and feeling the vibration going down the throat, down the energy center, all the way down into your sacral chakra. Beautiful. You can also meditate, envisioning that beautiful orange ball just below the navel, taking your hands to that womb area, to the abdomen, placing them there, holding, closing your eyes and envisioning orange orange. Beautiful. Yeah. Some other things would be to move, to dance. Bring movement to the body. Maybe it's just spinning. Maybe it's just doing a little flow. Twisting. Yeah. Beautiful. The solar plexus. The solar plexus is at our navel. It is our power. It is gold, yellow. It's a bright. Thinking of the sun, solar. Yeah. The earthly location is in Mount Shasta. I haven't told you that for all of them, but Mount Shasta, it just holds a special place for me, and I have never been there. I have a trip planned. I hope it gets to go through. But Mount Shasta and the solar plexus, our power, reclaiming that. Again, it's the color of yellow or gold. Again, thinking of the sun. It's here at our navel. And again, we're thinking power, of our power. If you are going to look for crystals or stones, thinking of topaz, amber, citrine, all beautiful stones when you're looking for working with your solar plexus. Now, if you were deficient in your solar plexus, what would that look like? That would be lack of energy, a poor digestion, a tendency to be cold, a tendency to be submissive. You just kind of go with that flow. You don't ask for what you want. You may have a tendency to blame others. You may have low self-esteem or a lack of self-confidence. Weak will, poor self-discipline, not really able to just knuckle down and be focused on your own. You may have a use of stimulants, again, something that's going to keep you going. Now, if you are excessive in a solar plexus, you may be very dominating or controlling. You may have compulsion issues or being very competitive. You may find arrogance is a part of your personality, or being very hyperactive. You could be stubborn, very set in your way. Let's see. You can find that you're attractive to sedatives, so that you have trouble resting or being still. Now, what would it look like if you were balanced? You would have very clear communication with others and yourself. You would find that you're a good listener, able to sit still and provide the space for someone else. You have a good sense of timing and rhythm. Live life creativity in a creativity way. Yeah. Beautiful. So let's dive into some of these questions. Do you hide your innate sense of worth from others because you think you will be different? What do you consider to be the kindest thing you have ever done? Are you confident in your ability to make necessary changes in your life? Are you willing to express yourself in a powerful way to let others know not to mess with you. Do you know that you are always free to choose in every situation? So to work in this, you would want to develop a sense of your own person. Again, this is going back to that sacral asking your body what it wants. Now our solar plexus giving our body what it wants. And not just for us, but creating those boundaries with others. No, I don't want to go to the bar and have a drink. I want to go to this vegan restaurant. What does your body want? What do you want? Create your own personality. And do not be afraid to try new things. So the affirmation would be, I am powerful. I am centered. Yeah. Beautiful. So the seed sound is RAM. R-A-M. RAM. RAM. Beautiful. So again, you would do a meditation, maybe taking the hands to your navel and envisioning that golden ball there at your navel. Other things to do to envision or to bring your power is more strenuous yoga practice. So this would be planks, this would be bridge, this would be things where you're going to empower your core. Yeah. Other things that you would want to do is to disconnect your power from someone else. If you've given your power away and you want it back, so we're going to bring it back and claim it for yourself. Mm-hmm. The heart chakra. It is located here at the heart, at the center, in the center where your heart's located. And it means loving. Yeah. Who would have thought, right? So the color for our heart chakra is green, and it sometimes is, it can have pink specks within it, but the overall color is green. If you're looking for a stone for your heart chakra, you could look towards the rose quartz diamond, peridot, or think of any other green stone. Yeah. All right. Essential oils would be rose, carnation, lily of the valley. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get into this. If your heart chakra is deficient, if it is not balanced, it's sluggish, it's not going right. So we could be antisocial, withdrawn, critical and intolerant of others as well as ourselves, lonely, isolated, lack of empathy, and a fear of intimacy. So again, that is if our heart chakra is running low, okay? Now, if it's excessive, what would we look like? Let's see. Excessive, we could have codependency issues, focusing too much on others, Anyone with that? Oh, okay. What about poor boundaries? Jealousy. That thing sneaks in, doesn't it? You may not even realize it until you've already like gone over that line and said something that, you know, is showing that tinge of jealousy. Being a martyr. Yeah. As well as being a pleaser. So that's excessive with the heart chakra. Now, what would it look like if we're balanced in our heart? We would be caring, compassionate, empathetic, accepting of others and yourself. So remember, this goes with us as well as with others, with all of this. How we interact with ourselves is just as important as we interact with others. Self-loving, yeah. Peaceful, centered, and content. Content. Being happy with who you are, where you are, with what you have, having no desire for the outside stimulant or love from the outside, or I have to go get this thing that everyone's talking about on Facebook or whatever social media, and whatever it may be. Yeah. So be very content in your life, just as it is, with you, just as you are. Let's look at some questions to dive a little bit deeper. What makes your heart sing and gives you joy? This was a big one. Can you forgive those who have hurt you in the past? Now, I want to remind you, forgiving does not mean that you've condoned what they did. It does not mean what they did was good, or that you suddenly are okay with whatever action that was. It doesn't even mean that you have to go and tell them. You forgive for yourself. So remember that. So again, I ask you, can you forgive those who have hurt you in the past? Do you long for peace and feel inclusive? Do you need to make changes in your life to allow more peace in? Do you believe that we are all connected? How do you experience oneness? And then, is this a mental concept, or do you feel it is true in the oneness? Where do you find joy in your life? Can you define joy and what it feels like? So the heart chakra is I love. I am loving. I am compassionate. I am balanced. I am love. Now, the seed sound is yam, Y-A-M. Yam, yam, yam. Feel that vibration down the throat, here into this heart. center. Yum, yum, yum. Now, some other ways that you can work with the heart. Wear green, maybe some pink. Yeah. Doing your meditation, envisioning the green ball here, this green light beaming from the heart center. Doing a heart opening yoga practice. So this would be your warriors, where anywhere where your heart is being open. So even your forward folds, yeah, you're opening the heart, you're pressing the shoulder blades together, you're leading with your heart, you're taking your heart to the sky. So even thinking of those where we open the chest, taking the heart up. Beautiful. So that is our heart chakra. Loving. I am love. Throat chakra. Throat chakra. This is our voice, our truth. And there are so many times when our truth gets stuck. We're not able to voice, to speak. And sometimes this happens in childhood and it gets carried into adulthood. So we're going to look a little deeper into this. Throat chakra is here at our throat. It is the color of blue. The crystals you would work with would be turquoise, blue agate or aquamarine, or again, thinking of your blue stones, solidite, blue quartz, blue tiger's eye. Essential oils, ylang ylang, gardenia, blue chamomile. The throat. I have a lot of trouble with my throat. My voice was taken away from me at such a young age. When I was told to live a lie, to speak lies. So speaking my truth has been an uphill battle. So let's talk about what it would look like if you were deficient in the throat chakra. You find difficulty putting things into words. Fear of speaking. Speaking with a small and weak voice. Secretiveness. Excessive shyness. And tone deafness. The fear of speaking can be so intense that you become immobilized. Perhaps tears fall instead of words. This is if you're deficient in your throat chakra. Now, if you're excessive, perhaps you know someone here. You may be talking too much or inappropriately. Gossiping, stuttering. Find it difficult being silent. Excessive loudness. Inability to contain. So you find it very difficult to keep secrets for someone. Or maybe you find that you tell someone else's story. Maybe they've confided in you and you find it okay to talk about their story. So that would be excessive. Now let's look at a balanced throat chakra. You find yourself with a very full voice, clear communication with others, a good communicator with yourself and others. You find yourself as being a good listener. You don't feel the need to speak the need to voice. You're not forming your next sentence as they're still talking. A good sense of timing and rhythm lives life creatively. So yeah, throat is also about expression and being creative, because we sing, we write poetry, we speak our poetry. Yeah. Beautiful. Sometimes when our throat chakra is shut down, we lose our voice for real. If you know me personally, you know that I have this to happen quite often for very long spells. So let's dive in deeper with the questions. Do you know when it is appropriate to be silent? Do you always need external noise to keep you from your thoughts? So are you one of those that has the TV on in the background because you can't have the calm, the quiet? How do you experience your integrity? Do you feel that telling the truth may be offensive to others? Are you afraid of hurting someone's feelings? Do you feel that you have a strong will within you that lets you solve problems or resolve problems that trouble you? So do you voice that when something happens? When there's something that's going on, do you voice that? Where do you channel your creative energy? The throat chakra seed sound is hum, H-A-M, hum, 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 hum. Feel that vibration in the throat. Now, the mantra here is I speak. I speak. I am creative. I am expressive. I speak my truth. How does your voice feel? Third eye chakra, the brow chakra. You're going to hear it called several things. The third eye is really what I like to refer to it as. It is also known as harmonious thinking. The color associated with the third eye is an indigo. So it can be like a little combination of blue and purple. So pretty. Now, the crystals that is associated with our third eye is sapphire, the lapis lazuli, tanzanite. Essential oils would be sweet pea, camphor. All right. Let's dive on deep. So what would it look like if your third eye is deficient? Maybe lack of imagination, difficulty visualizing, insensitivity, excessive being excessive skeptic, denial. You cannot see what's going on around you. Inability to see alternatives. Now, if you're excessive in the third eye, you may have hallucinations or be delusional, obsessions and nightmares, intrusive memories, difficulty concentrating, and excessive fantasizing. So do you live in the daydreams, or do you dream it and then you come out and make it happen in reality? What would it look like if you were balanced? Strong intuition, a penetrating insight, creative imagination, a good memory, good dream recall, and I'm going to come back to that, ability to visualize, has a guiding vision for life. So a goal, a sight that we're working towards. So a good dream recall. This is a way to work with our third eye when we wake up in the morning and we maybe you don't recall your dreams. This is a way a practice to start to try to do that. What we want to do is tell our mind that we want to recall. So when you first wake up, instead of reaching for your phone or computer, laptop, iPad, whatever, instead of doing any of that, lay still. Keep your eyes closed and focus. Ask yourself, what was my dream? What did I dream? Maybe you have a journal right beside on the nightstand. You have that. Start to write down what you've dreamed, what you can remember of your dream. And when you first start, it may take several times, several days before you begin to recall anything. But what you're doing is you're resetting your mind, telling it, I want to recall my dream. Okay? What other questions can we use to dive in? Let's see. In your wisdom, can you forgive the past and extract the learning that was there for you? So in our past, there's lots of pains and lots of trials that we've overcome already. Can we look back at that and acknowledge what we learned, what we gained from those hard times? Do you let others drain you because you cannot create a healthy boundary, or because you are trying to please others? Are you willing to take time to accrue the knowledge about the things you love and enjoy in life? I recently bought a ukulele, and I spend time on YouTube watching a beautiful young lady teaching beginner ukulele lessons. So will you take that kind of time to learn something that gives you joy? Can you imagine being loved and cherished in a way that respects who you are? This is again about a healthy boundary. Can you trust what your intuition tells you about someone or something? The seed sound is Now don't do the chant too much because of my troubles with my vocal cords. We're gonna do this real quick. So to do the chant, it will actually be like A-U-M. Now the key is you don't want to run out of breath before you get your that M for that vibration, okay? Some other ways to stimulate would be to tap that third eye. Also to meditate, envisioning that third eye opening, or the color of the indigo there at the center of the brow. I see. The third eye is about seeing. I see. I am open and I am intuitive. I am open. I am intuitive. Beautiful. Crown chakra. The crown chakra is actually here just above the crown, above the top of the head. So it's hovering right in here, okay? Maturity and insight. Amethyst is a beautiful crystal for our crown chakra. It is the color of violet, purple. The essential oils would be lavender, lotus, and violet. Now, if you were deficient in the crown chakra, what would that look like? You may have a closed mind, unable to see others' opinions. You may have learning difficulties, rigid belief systems. Now, what would it look like if you were excessive? You may be disassociated from the body. You may have a spiritual addiction or religion addiction. You may find yourself confused. You may be over intellectualized. No, like, it's okay to know a lot. It really is. But is that all that you're doing is just you're constantly study and diving deeper and deeper and deeper and not coming out of that to live? Living in your head. Again, this is excessive. Maybe being disconnected from spirit and having excessive attachments. Now, what would it look like if you are balanced? You may have a good spiritual connection, have wisdom and mastery over certain subjects, intelligence and presence, open-mindedness, the ability to question, the ability to assimilate and analyze information. Beautiful. So let's dive into this. Can you open yourself to the love, guidance, and protection of a force greater than your limited self? Can you open yourself to the love, guidance, and protection of a force greater than your limited self? Do you allow your own beauty to shine? Do you need others to change in order to feel your bliss? I'm going to repeat that. Do you need others to change in order to feel your bliss? And do you need to receive anything in order to receive or to feel your bliss? Now, the crown chakra is, I know. I know. I am connected. I am aware. Beautiful. Now, the crown chakra is also the seed sound of Om, but this one is silent. So this one, you just have it here resonating in your mind. Om.